Hello, and welcome to another episode of WTFW. It's the only weather show that has good news about climate change. That's right, I have good news about climate change. None of that doom and gloom that you hear from everyone else. I got a good scoop. Before we get to the big news, I'd like to introduce my guest, friend of the show, returning guest. It's Flake. Oh my God, hello Flake.
Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm finally not sweltering, so that's good.
Yeah, that's right. You're our friend from the Seattle area, and Seattle recently had, well, kind of a hot little sticky situation over there.
Yeah,
past couple days. Yeah, just a smidge. This actually has something to do with my great news about climate change. I'm really excited to tell you about this. A lot of people think that it's the hottest summer of their lives this summer so far. With all the record-setting temperatures. For example, in Seattle, I don't know if you know, Seattle set like all of the temperature records. Tell us about this Seattle heat dome that we experienced. I think, like Sunday, Monday.
Yeah. So I wasn't there for it, but I heard that it was brutal. It was just positively the worst heat it ever had. And it has a lot to do with a formation known as the Omega Block.
Ooh,
that usually kind of. I know, isn't it? But it's actually just because it's shaped like the letter Omega from the Greek alphabet. And usually, what that means is that you get a big region of high pressure in the middle of the country, which leads to like big dry weather, and two low pressure areas on either side. But
sort of pinching it.
Yeah. This time it was a little bit of the reverse. So we ended up with two high pressure areas and a big low in the middle. So ironically, the central U.S. was very cold, colder than this time of year. But
yeah, that's true. Yeah, the Midwest got quite a bit of a chillier beginning to the summer than Seattle did. Seattle got all the heat, and well, here's the good news. It's not actually the hottest summer of your life, Flake.
That's right. It's just the hottest summer so far.
Right. It's the coldest summer of the rest of your life. So the good news is it's as good as it's ever going to get. That's right. It's only going to get worse. Congratulations, folks. This summer isn't as bad as it will be.
That's right. Isn't that wonderful?
The balloons and the confetti are shooting across the screen now. We did it. It's gonna get worse before it gets even worse.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so this heat dome, it's safe to say that this is not precedented for the area of the Pacific Northwest. This kind of intense bubble of increasingly sweltering heat.
No, many meteorologists are actually calling it a once in a millennia type thing. There was
think
one
we're gonna
guy
get some more of those. Unfortunately.
Probably.
In a regular millennium, maybe, once.
Sure. Last millennium, I bet.
Yeah,
absolutely.
For sure.
They were saying like they were expecting this maybe halfway through the century and certainly not yesterday. So that was interesting.
Yeah, so it was on Sunday in particular. So this is how bad it got. In Portland, Oregon, where a lot of our voicemails came from this week. By the way, we'll be having a little voicemail segment at the end. We got some on-the-ground reporting from people during the heat dome that I want to share. We got a lot of calls from Portland, which on Sunday was hotter than 99.8% of anywhere else on Earth. Portland, Oregon.
Wow.
The only places hotter than Portland, Oregon on Sunday were the Sahara Desert and I think Death Valley in California. Those were the only two places with a temperature hotter than Portland, Oregon.
I'm just shattered. I'm beyond speech.
Much like parts of the I-5 were shattered because of the heat.
I heard the highway buckled.
The highway was buckling. We have crumbling infrastructure.
It's so bad. I don't have any other reaction other than to laugh, even though it's like gut-wrenching.
It really
is. What
am
I supposed to do?
Yeah. See, I'll let you in on a little secret. So WTFW, I haven't done it the past couple weeks, mostly because sometimes it's really depressing to think about the climate.
Yeah.
I get a little like only oh my gosh. But then this heat dome happened, and I figured I needed to return. So I'm back. We're talking about this heat dome. I feel like heat dome's like the new thing that we all had to learn climate wise. I think when I was living in Chicago, the new term I learned was polar vortex.
Oh, the polar vortex.
Yeah. So those those were also once in a century, I think. It's we're gonna have to keep learning all these like special. This is the Delta force wave that obliterates all trees. I don't know.
No, it's coming. It all has to do a lot with the weakening of the jet stream because the temperatures, the ocean temperatures heat up too much. And it makes it harder for the jet stream to push all that weather around. Because all the weather actually happens around 30,000 feet. Like, you just down below, closer to the surface, it's all, like what you feel, but most of it's actually happening.
The actual movement is way above us, right? We just sort of get like the sort of residual effects of it. Yeah,
it's kind of lazy that way. I kind of like it.
Yeah, it's nice when it's not, killing us.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So here's the thing. There is, we could be trying to stop this incredible change of the climate that is human induced. We could be. Mm-hmm. But it's so, oh man, it just costs so much money. Otherwise we would, it makes a lot of sense.
The sixth home.
Yeah, what is Jeff Bezos going to do? He just got divorced. He's going to need a divorce house.
That's right.
We can't just go spending all his money on stopping climate change. Good Lord, people.
Yeah, we got to spend it on getting him out of the planet.
Yeah, so guess what? You're just going to have to, deal with things called heat domes and omega blocks and scary, like, Tetris attacks sounding stuff.
Oh my God, yeah, it's there's a lot going on there.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of money, I did some amount of research for this episode, as you can tell, because I have factoids. I did look up, is there like a monetary amount that someone has placed on like what do we do to sort of like prevent all of us dying? And actually, recently, a group of UN climate scientists determined a rough estimate for stopping the rise in greenhouse gases and the price to sort of buy up to 20 years of time to fix global warming, right? So
sure,
giving us 20 years to just sort of figure shit out, right? We stop what we're doing now, buy us 20 years, it costs $300 billion to do that. Just sort of
that's nothing. That's chump change.
That's nothing. Guess how many F-35 jets that costs?
That's like half of one.
Yeah, exactly. And we buy those shits all the time. Guess which one our government chooses every single time? A jet or us not dying? They 100%. Love those fucking jets.
Yeah.
They go so fast.
Rock, flag, and eagle.
Rock, flag, and eagle. Yeah. So we're reporting from Boston rather than Seattle because you're a jet setter.
I am a yes, that's true.
You're cruising.
I just flew in from Seattle the other day, and boy, are my arms tired.
Hey, and you're a bird too, so that's fun.
What's interesting is that I stepped out of the car in the Seattle airport terminal, and I was like, oh man, it's hot. I can't wait to be away from this. And then I landed at Boston Logan, and I stepped out of the airport. I was like, holy shit, why is it the exact same temperature?
Yeah, it's the exact same temperature and extremely rainy. It's
chunky.
Yeah, it's a real chunky rain. There's some big weather blobs out there. As you've been
the air this entire week was like chewing. Like I wish my lungs had teeth.
Oh my gosh, yeah, humid with highs in the low 80s with a humid Boston wet heat. It's probably the most oppressive thing in Massachusetts, which is hard to believe because there are so many oppressive forces within Massachusetts that it's hard to rank them.
Yes.
But the humidity is king among them. So you got there at a fun time. What are you doing in business out there? I'm assuming it's business.
I'm out to see my team.
Yeah, you have a team.
I have a small team here at the corporate headquarters where I work, and I came out here to kind of hype them up.
Oh yeah,
so,
yeah. See, viewers, Flake has a real job. unlike me, who just sort of does a YouTube video every 2 weeks. And
I would hardly say it's real.
yeah, but you it's so funny thinking like you're the one person who has like that I know of that like in their job you have like any amount of like authority, I guess. You're kind of a manager type almost, right?
It's actually literally I am a manager type. Unfortunately, I am of the managerial class. Alas.
So I mean, I hate to be. I mean, you are going to be up against the wall, but we'll save you for last. You've been very nice.
Oh, well, thank you. And you know what? When it comes time for me to lay my head down in the guillotine, all I ask for is a nice soft pillow.
I think we can arrange something. About that. Yeah. So I hope your team is all hyped up for the rest of the week because it's going to be pretty gloomy. The outlook in Boston for the rest of this week is chances for scattered rain and thunderstorms all the way through the weekend. Actually, chance of sun starts oddly enough on Sunday. So yeah,
ironically, Boston. It's Seattle weather.
Yeah, it's gonna be Seattle weather in Boston and Boston weather in Seattle. It's all topsy-turvy.
That's right. That's climate change.
That's what it. Oh my God, that's what it is. It's the change of climate. That's why we've been calling it that.
We swapped them.
Flake, I learned so much when you come on the show. Thank you so much for being a guest again.
Thank you so much for having me again. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, well, enjoy the scattered showers. Enjoy all the business meetings and the hype trains and the synergy forward think. I ran out of business words. Oh God. Okay. Well, so that's gonna be it for me and Flake. If you're just tuning in, the score is 14-6. And we are going to cut away to some voicemails that we got during the wrath of the heat dome. So let's hear about all the ways you dealt with that, listeners. So thank you for watching and continue to stay tuned. Oh my God, I need to stop talking. Flake, how do I stop talking?
I use press the pause button.
Oh God.
Hey, I am calling from Portland, Oregon, where it is currently 109 degrees in the shade. Was 113 just a little bit earlier. And I am staying cool by closing all of my drapes and blinds and windows and letting my air conditioner run continuously.
I'm in Portland, Oregon, in the southeast part of the city. It is 108 degrees at 6:45 in the evening. This is the most fucked up thing I've ever lived through. I think what's wild is that if you live in the Pacific Northwest, the hottest part of the day doesn't happen until after 5 p.m., which is just well and truly fucked, for lack of a better term. We've been running the vents in every bathroom just to get all of the hot air out. And we've divided my house into two sort of columns connected by a kind of hell zone because this fucking house I live in doesn't have ceiling fans. So we have this portion of my house that has the stairs and a skylight that is 30 feet in the air that I cannot do anything about. And then these two semi-habitable portions that are being cooled by window units that are working heroically over time. If the power goes out or they break, I genuinely do not know what I will do except burn this place down.
Hey, is this Toby? I'm calling from Beaverton, Oregon. The temperature, according to NOAA.gov, right now is 109 degrees at, what time is it? 6:26 p.m. Crazy. We're just hanging, running. I think we're like one of the few apartments that actually have an AC unit. Kind of depressing. But, yeah, we're doing all right. The thing is, we're really putting it through its paces. We're doing okay for now.
Hello, it's Zachary, last name redacted. I'm calling from Vancouver, Canada, and today was 39 degrees Celsius, which is about 102 freedoms. And tomorrow it's projected to be 42 degrees which is 107 degrees freedoms. I have spent most of the day desperately trying not to collapse, drinking lots of water, and generally dousing myself in spritzes of water and standing in front of a fan and repeating, rinsing and repeating. I'm dying. I just want to be in a little bowl of ice. I wish for winter.
Boy, you all sound miserable. I hope you all managed to get out of the heat dome in one piece. I hope you all found ice buckets and such. It was a once-in-a-century heat dome, but I would say get ready for some more. Pacific Northwest folks, get an AC. If you can't afford an AC, look up how to make a swamp cooler. Swamp coolers are very good and efficient when you're low on money. Don't fry an egg on the sidewalk. I know you've heard that in like cartoons and shows, but it doesn't get that hot all that often to do that, and it's not as fun as you think it is. So those are my tips for surviving the heat in the Pacific Northwest. For the rest of you, let's see. Do I have any other paternal advice? If you're in the West Coast, don't launch any fireworks, or you'll start a wildfire that will kill me, specifically me. So don't do that. No more fireworks this year. None. They're stupid, annoying, and it's fire season. So cut it out. That's it. That's all I have for you this week. Thank you so much for watching WTFW. I will be back next time with another exciting episode when I feel like it. So enjoy. Have a great day. Boy, I really need to figure out how to end these episodes. This is getting ridiculous.